Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Did you miss me?
I did.
We've been with each other this entire time.
You left the room for a couple minutes.
I didn't leave the apartment. What? That evening, Noelle and her parents walked to the subway.
Here's our train. We should reach the night market in a few stops.
I hate taking public transit. Trains are always filthy and poorly maintained. So they board the MRT carriage. Noelle steels herself for the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes that she's grown to expect from American subways. But to her amazement, the car's shiny floors and seats look so squeaky clean that you could eat off them. It's absolutely spotless. Pleasantly surprised, she sits beside her parents in a gleaming plastic seat.
Sleeper station?
Can actually clearly hear what they're saying. It's not indistinct mumbling like it is on BART. An LCD screen right across from her neatly displays the names of previous, current, and next stations. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen! Her phone buzzes. Her heart leaps when she sees that it's from Akarsha. She's trying. Why? Why did you send this?
I thought you liked me.
Even if I hypothetically did like you, why would I want to see this awful picture of you?
Personally, I think it's very hot and sexy of me to play video games against little kids at Fry's Electronics and lose.
Fry's Electronics, yeah. Is that what you're doing right now?
Nah, I'm back home now playing the game I bought. It's called Portal.
Oh, God. Sorry, I felt old again. Remember when Portal came out?
Kinda. Dude, you'd love it.
I don't play computer games.
No, you'd love it, trust me. It's not like other games where you're some guy shooting stuff. You're a girl, and it's a puzzle game. It's in a science research facility.
Oh?
I'll give you the CD. Just play it.
I'll consider it after I return from my trip.
Oh, yeah, you're in Taiwan.
So, little known SK fact. The last computer game I ever bought on CD was Portal 2.
Wow.
Yep, that is a true fact.
God, what would have been the last one I ever got on CD? I don't even remember.
Yeah, because like, at a certain point, like, Steam kind of started taking over things.
Yeah.
Right. But I recall distinctly that the last video game I ever bought on CD was Portal 2. So, there's your little SK nugget for the day.
Ooh, what are you up to right now?
I'm riding the subway with my parents.
How is that? I hope they aren't giving you a hard time.
Actually, ever since we arrived in Taipei, they've been in good spirits. Never seen my mother so relaxed before. She must be happy to be back home and see her family.
Oh, dang. That's good.
We're on the way to the night market right now. I feel paranoid that everyone could tell I'm a foreigner.
Lol, I get what you mean. When I'm in India, they can tell I'm American before I even open my mouth. Just from the way I carry myself.
Her mom sighs as Noelle taps out her response on her phone.
There you are, addicted to your phone.
How am I addicted? Compared to other teenagers, I barely use it.
You spend so much time talking to your friends.
Think about what you're saying with an angry face. Think about what the negative thing you're accusing your daughter of. Oh no, you are spending so much time engaging with your friends. How dare you? Make friends, I guess.
But friendships are only temporary. As soon as it's inconvenient, they'll all disappear.
Oh, you knew exactly what you were saying. Okay, my bad.
After I moved to America for your future, not a single one kept in touch with me. The only people you can trust is your family. And I was so far away from all of mine. The life of an immigrant is a lonely one.
She hoping I'm going to console her or thank her for making such a brutal sacrifice for my sake? It was her own decision as a full-grown adult to move here. It wasn't up to me. Her mom sighs heavily and stares out the window. There's a message she's always trying to impart on me. I'm lonely because of you. Noelle watches the scenery fly by. After half an hour, the train arrives at their destination precisely on time.
Let's look for clothes. You need new ones. But I have plenty of clothes already. They all have holes in them. You should just throw them away already.
Noelle browses through a sea of clothing racks with her parents. A hideous pair of beige pants catches her eye. This would complement many items in my wardrobe. She turns it over in her hand, searching for its price tag, but it's missing. I'm gonna ask how much these trousers are.
Do you know how?
Are you serious? Of course I know how. Miffed, she marches up to the stall's cashier and shows her the pants. Light, I ask how much are these pants?
200 NTD.
It's only about $7. What a bargain. I waste buy this.
What did you say?
I stumbled over pronunciation. I want to buy this.
Okay.
A shame Noelle doesn't dare speak another word as the cashier bags her purchase. Excellent, simply superb. After 6 years of Chinese school, I still can't speak, read, or write Mandarin. She finds her way back to their parents, who are just finishing up the purchase at their neighboring stall.
I'm hungry. Let's get dinner at the food court. What for? There are food stalls all over the place. We can just eat as we shop. No, I want to properly sit down somewhere and have a meal.
Noelle follows her parents down to the flight of stairs to the underground food court. It's a bizarre space that reminds Noelle of a mirror maze. They sit down at a stall. Noelle scans the menu, which is conveniently printed directly on the surface of the table. Something chicken, something soup. Noelle has to pick her dish based on the pictures like a toddler would.
Do you know what you're getting?
I'll order the oyster omelet. Seldom seen in America, so I should take the chance to eat it here. Stall worker comes over, takes her parents' orders. Noelle mentally recites hers, determined not to be rendered an inarticulate child again. I know this. This is kindergarten level vocabulary. One oyster omelet. Sounds a tad crude though. In English, I'd normally say it's something like, I'd like to have the oyster omelet.
What do you want to order?
I want an oyster omelet. Woman jots her order down on a pad of paper, nodding.
Are you American-born Chinese?
My Chinese was that bad? I am.
I could tell. I guessed from your accent. So heavy.
Noelle's mom sighs as the woman walks off to prepare their meals.
All those years of Chinese school wasted.
Their food arrives within minutes. Oh, that looks good. Noelle tries a gooey spoonful of her oyster omelet. It's delicious. You would never guess this only cost $3.
Really? Let me try.
Parents each taste a spoonful of the oyster omelet and shrug unimpressed.
This is below average. I've had way better ones around here before. Yeah, this isn't really what it's supposed to taste like.
I'm never here, so I couldn't have known that. Annoyed now, Noelle takes another bite of the oyster omelet. It's the best thing I've ever eaten. Should find out what this place is called so I can find it again. Looks up the name of the stall, but it's in Chinese. I can't read it. Better savor it while it lasts. This omelet I can only taste once. All too soon it is over. Noelle sighs as they get up to continue shopping. Should have tried harder to convince me to learn Chinese.
Are you serious? We told you not to quit so many times.
You never probably explained why it was so important not to. All you did was give me condescending lectures about how I was too young to understand why it mattered, and how I'd be an embarrassment if I didn't learn.
English is our second language. It's hard to explain things to you. And it's true, you are an embarrassment. Last week, I saw our neighbor's son Michael mowing the lawn, and he greeted me in Chinese. Hello, Auntie. See, that's what happens when you listen to your parents.
Michael goes to Taiwan with his family every summer. That's the reason he's more fluent. Not because he was a superior child to me. Why didn't we just visit Taiwan more often when I was younger? That alone would have made me more interested in learning. I feel like I've been trying to understand Chinese culture by looking at it through a soda straw until now.
You think we didn't want to visit Taiwan more too? The airplane tickets are expensive. We had to save up for years just for one trip.
Oh. So you should have done more to show me that speaking Mandarin could be a positive experience. Why do you always speak to me in English even though you can't fully express yourselves in that language? If you conversed with me in Chinese from a young age, I would have naturally picked it up from daily use.
We thought you'd have an accent if we did that. We were worried you wouldn't fit in at school.
That's ridiculous, though. There's no way I could have developed an accent when everyone else I interacted with spoke English. I would have grown up bilingual without any ill effects. Resigned, her dad shrugs.
Well, too late now. What can you do?
The last day of the trip. Noelle and her relatives visit the columbarium housing Ah Ma's ashes. My mom visits this place every time she's in Taiwan. Noelle follows her grandpa into the worship hall. We crossed an ocean to see my grandpa and I've barely spoken a word to him. It's not out of lack of interest. He must have lived a fascinating life. He's the only grandparent I have left. How do you gain access to the heart of a stranger? Where do you even begin? Tell me about yourself? Who says that to their own grandfather? It's like a job interview. Even if I knew what I wanted to say, what am I capable of saying in Chinese? Today is Sunday, I'm a student. She watches Chunhua take a lotus petal from a glass bowl and offer it to the giant Buddhas.
Noelle, we're going to pray for Ah Ma. Take a flower petal from that bowl over there.
Can I pray in English?
If you have to.
Unsure what she's supposed to do, Noelle does her best to imitate her parents. Hello, Buddha. I seriously doubt that you exist, but I'm sure that Alma was a wonderful woman. Chunhua deposits her lotus petal in the bowl before the Buddhas, her eyes shining with tears.
I miss Ah Ma.
To Noelle's surprise, her aunt embraces Chunhua like it's the most natural thing in the world. They're so comfortable with each other. Is that how mothers and daughters are supposed to be? When I look at my mother, the first emotion I feel is stress. Noelle deposits her lotus petal in the bowl and joins Ah Gong, who's waiting to the side. Smiles awkwardly at her as they stand together in silence. What should I do? Try to build a relationship in broken Mandarin? Tell him I like reading and my favorite color is green? Or let the moment pass me by? Say nothing and remain strangers? Am I a terrible person if that's what I do?
Come on, we're going upstairs.
After an elevator ride, they arrive at the floor housing her grandma's ashes. Ma's over here. Noelle follows everyone down the hall to one of the niches. The only thing distinguishing it from the others is the tiny name tag on the door. Not that I can read it. Even if I could, I don't know the names of any of my relatives. At this point, I'm too embarrassed to ask. Even Chunhua's name I only know by sound. I have no idea what it looks like. Noelle's dad points to the unit beside Ama's.
Your mom and I bought our spots, too.
Already? You're only in your 50s.
There's a limited number, so we made sure to reserve them before they were all gone.
Suppose my parents are fairly old. They didn't manage to have me until their 40s. Going off average American life expectancy, they're probably going to have around 25 years left. Noelle's mom wipes away her eyes as they open the little door of Ama's unit. Will I cry when my mother dies someday? I'm starting to seriously worry that I won't. What kind of monster does that make me? What kind of cold, heartless person cares so little about her own parents? Something wrong with me? Do I just not form emotional bonds as deeply as ordinary people do? When they get back to Agong's apartment, Noelle and her mom begin packing to leave.
Are you all flying back tonight?
Actually, my dad will be in Taiwan for another week attending business matters. So my mother and I are flying back alone.
Aw, 1 week was too short.
As Noelle fits the last of her clothes into the roller bag, Chunhua takes a seat, pulling a thick tome out of her backpack. Noelle feels a twinge of sadness as she watches her cousin read a huge academic-looking book. If I'd grown up in Taiwan, we probably would have become close. Suddenly, a strange thought occurs to Noelle. If I'd grown up here, would my personality have been shaped into something more similar to Chunhua's? How much of my personality is just a product of being raised by an immigrant helicopter mother with no friends or family around her to balance her out? Would my mother and I have gotten along? The magazine Chunhua showed Noelle earlier is still out on the coffee table, taunting her. If I'm finished packing, so I have some time to kill before we leave for the airport. Maybe I can translate the poem my mother wrote. Noelle digs her emergency Chinese to English dictionary out of her backpack. I was being a petulant baby in elementary school. All I have to do is persevere and power through learning the language properly this time. I'll simply look up each word I don't know and burn its pronunciation and meaning into my memory. Unfortunately, she doesn't know a single word in the poem's first line. After spending 15 minutes pounding 7 words into her memory, her enthusiasm evaporates. This is actually incredibly difficult. Not surprised that I have nothing to show for my 6 years of Chinese school. Feels like the knowledge is just washing over my brain like water over plastic. My brain is not wired for this? Could it be genetic? Even after living the majority of their lives in America, my parents haven't mastered English either. It takes another 15 minutes for her to finally overcome the first line of the poem. At last, onto the second line. And I already know all these words. Mirror, flower, water, moon. It's total gibberish. It's supposed to sound poetic mushed together like that? Mirror, flower, water, moon. Noelle feels the urge to tear the magazines to shreds. Perhaps noticing her hands quaking with barely suppressed rage, Chunhua peers over Noelle's shoulder to see what she's reading.
What's wrong?
Nothing, I'm just trying to translate one of my mom's poems.
Why don't you ask your mom for help?
I'd rather die.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can help instead? Where are you stuck?
What is this supposed to mean?
Oh, that's how do you call it? A saying, like the lesson of a story. It's short for flower in the mirror, moon in the water. Pretty much, it means something that you can see, but never grasp.
Like a flower reflected in a mirror or the moon on the shining water surface.
Yeah, you can't reach your hand through the mirror and take the flower out. It's impossible. You can only look, never have it.
I see. So mirror, flower, water, moon is shorthand for something beautiful but unattainable.
Pretty much.
Da-ai cheers as Noelle's mom manages to zip her bulging suitcase closed. Ready to go to the airport?
Let's go.
Noelle gives her the half-translated poem one last despairing look before flipping the magazine shut. Is that what I've been chasing after this whole time? A flower in the mirror? If I only get straight A's, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If I only land a summer internship, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If only I become fluent in Chinese, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. What if it was never possible from the start, no matter what I did? That evening, Noelle and her mom make landfall in California. Instead of driving home from the airport, they take the BART back. Noelle wrinkles her nose as she inhales the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes. Dad's car's parked at the airport garage. Why not just drive it home?
We wouldn't be able to get gas. It's not safe for women to pump gas. It's so easy for a criminal to grab you and drive away.
We live in one of the safest suburbs in the entire United States. Is that why she always has my dad pump the gas?
Besides, I can't read fast enough. When you're driving on the freeway, the signs pass by so quickly.
Noelle reluctantly sits down on a filthy, worn seat with a suspicious brown stain on it. The conductor mumbles something unintelligible over the intercom as the train stops at a station. 6 minutes. A breathless man enters the train car just in time before the doors shut. His eyes frantically scour its interior. Does this train go to Berkeley? It does not. This is the Fremont train. Shit, I need to get off at the next station. As the train continues forward, Noelle notices a puddle of liquid traveling down the floor. What is that? Did someone spill their drink?
Ugh, fucking nasty. That bitch peed in her seat.
What? Disgusted, Noelle recoils and keeps her feet as far as possible from the pee spreading down the floor.
So fucking gross. Fucking bitch.
Biohazard, please evacuate at the next station.
What's he saying?
The urine is a biohazard. We need to get off the train at the next station. Once the doors open, Noelle and her mom hastily drag their luggage off the train and onto the concrete platform.
Maybe we should have driven after all. I didn't know Bart was like this.
We're still several stops from our destination. Noelle and her mom wait on a bench for the next train home. 9-car train to Fremont in 6 minutes. Our next train will arrive in 6 minutes.
Okay. Good thing I was here with you, or else I wouldn't know what train to take.
Exhausted, Noelle stares at the dark line of trees ahead of them. It's cold. Why are we here?
Because the hobo lady peed on the floor?
That's not what I mean. I mean, why did you move from Taiwan to America?
To give you more opportunities.
That doesn't make any sense. Taiwan is superior to the US by every conceivable metric, and it's not even close. Taiwan has socialized healthcare, more robust public infrastructure, and one of the lowest poverty rates in the world. Americans live shorter lives. Even worse, they're not as good at math and science.
Taiwan was different in the past. All you see is Taiwan now, but it didn't used to be this way. And America was strong. We were scared China was going to invade Taiwan.
But they didn't. In all this time that we've lived in America, nothing has happened.
That's true, but it could have happened.
The plain truth is that it didn't. You could have just stayed put, and I could have grown up in Taiwan like Xinhua and the rest of my cousins, and everything would have been fine.
But we didn't know that. You think we had a crystal ball telling us the future?
Noelle's mom perks up as a train screeches to a stop at the platform. Fruitvale, Dublin, Pleasanton train.
Is this our train?
No, it's not. Noelle's mom settles glumly back onto the bench.
You know how Chunhua wants to study in America?
Yeah.
I told her not to do it. It's not worth it. I didn't realize how hard it would be. You'll be far from everyone you know, and your kids won't understand what you're talking about. You can't communicate with them. I didn't know that if you have kids in America, your kids will be American.
That wasn't obvious to you?
No.
Noelle waits with her friends for the baseball club meeting to begin.
How was Taiwan?
It was amazing. The subway system, it was so punctual and efficient, and the signage was so clear. If you ever visit Dia, you don't have to be afraid of getting lost or not hearing the announcements like you do on BART. Everyone there meticulously organizes their recyclables, too. People fail to sort their materials properly, the government will fine them up to $200. Oh wait, they do that in Korea, too. Interesting, perhaps Korea is more similar to Taiwan than I thought. I bet Korea did it first, the Taiwan just stole it. What makes you think that? Dia listens with a small smile as Noelle continues extolling the virtues of Taipei's trash collecting system instead of describing any of the landmarks she visited.
You must have liked it there.
You're right, I did. What do you call it when you're grateful for the things your parents have done for you, but at the same time you feel like they've made critical mistakes that'll probably affect you forever?
Isn't that just life?
Oh, suppose it is.
Damn it, my shoelaces keep coming undone.
Noelle glances to her left where Akarsha is crouched over tying her sneaker laces. Why have you tied your shoelaces like that?
This is the Silicon Valley, Frenchman, the land of innovation. Did you get me any souvenirs on your trip?
No.
Huh? Meanie.
I didn't get anyone anything. We had limited luggage space. All we bought back were the snacks that couldn't be found here and dubious beauty products my mom wanted. Dubious beauty products? Like what? Nail clippers with bombs in them? What? Why would there be nail clippers with bombs in them? All I meant was products with questionable value, like skin whitening cream.
Wait, skin whitening cream? Like to make your skin lighter?
Yeah, Chinese beauty standards are all kinds of messed up. It's been ingrained very deeply into people's minds that the lighter your skin is, the better.
That's just like in India. Yeah, oh my god, I thought it was just a brown thing. You guys have colorism too?
Oh, is it similar in your culture?
It's a whole thing. You have no idea.
I would argue I do have an idea. My mother even tells me not to spend time outside to avoid getting a tan. Oh, my mom does that too. They have those dumb as fuck skin creams in Korea too.
It's the same. It's the same. What a line.
Thanks, Akarsha.
Yellow and brown parents, they match, just like pee and poo.
What the fuck, man? Akarsha, have you ever considered not speaking?
How mean. The second I open my mouth, you all jump to slap my balls.
Do you have to word it like that?
I'm trying to use more phrases with the word balls in it in my normal conversations.
That seems like an intentional decision that she would make, yes, actually. Why?
I don't know, I just think it'll add more flavor. Death Bagels, assemble.
The Death Bagels gather around Krissa and Liz as they begin the meeting.
So, we've got good news and bad news. Good news, we have a game today. Bad news, it's just the Niles baseball team again. They're the only ones who would play us again.
Oh, that's not surprising. We either win by pulling some weird shenanigans or lose so badly we get mercied. There's no in between. So most teams we play aren't exactly eager for a rematch.
We had to swear up and down that you guys would be normal this time, so y'all better not be weird.
All right, we yakushoku.
What?
That's how you say promise in Nihongo, aka Japanese.
Is everyone ready to go? The other team got here early.
The Death Bagels walk over to the field where the killer whales are already warming up.
Thanks for being willing to play us again, guys. No problem. Time for our revenge.
Yeah, right. We destroyed you guys last time.
Well, that was before our secret weapon joined the team.
Secret weapon?
We got a new guy who's pretty good.
Oh yeah, where is he? Junsa and Hayden look around amongst their teammates, but as the seconds pass, their faces grow more and more alarmed.
I'm actually not sure. Maybe he got lost on his way driving here. Yeah, that seems typical of him. It's fine, we can wait a few minutes for him to show up.
20 minutes later. No one came. He's decidedly late at this point.
I can't believe this. Where the heck could he be? Did you try calling him? He didn't pick up. Well, it's not like he can answer the phone if he's driving.
You guys are pathetic, making up some guy to blame your loss on.
We're not making him up, he's real.
This is the epitome of making up a guy and getting mad at him.
And we didn't lose yet? Stop jumping to conclusions. Is it okay if we start playing without him? If he turns up later, he can join the game then. Yeah, sure.
As the killer whales file into the dugout, Noelle starts trekking to her spot in right field. She scowls disdainfully at a barren patch of grass as she passes it. Krista likes pointing to that tiny patch and going, I'll defend that area, so you cover the rest of the field, okay? Note that grass grows back soon, so I don't have to keep hearing that joke.
Hey, wait. Noelle, you're playing second base today.
I am? Why? Yeah, why? She ducks and covers whenever the ball comes her way.
That's exactly why she needs to do it. I'm taking AP Psych, and I found out there's something called exposure therapy. It's where you make someone do something they're afraid of until they stop whining and get used to it.
That doesn't sound like the textbook definition to me.
Krissa, then how come when we went on that demon ride at Great America, you had your eyes closed the whole time? That was before I knew what exposure therapy was. Uh-huh.
Wait, but I was second base. What happens to me then?
You're playing left field now because you run fast. We're moving a whole bunch of people around, not just you two. Krissa thinks she's a mega mind master now because of AP Psychology. Hey, I never said that.
Newell begins trekking to second base. I do feel a bit better equipped to man second base now than I did when I first roped into this club. I don't like to appear underinformed, so it's a bit after a first game. I read the baseball rulebook from cover to cover. Still, I really hope no one hits the ball my way. To her surprise, Akarsha is already standing by second base.
Bonjour!
Why are you here?
I'm the shortstop. I'm supposed to be here.
What, are you supposed to be closer to third base?
Says who?
The diagram in the baseball rulebook?
Nah, the shortstop's position mirrors the second baseman's. You're supposed to work together and vary your positioning to anticipate what the batters and runner do. You know. See?
Right, I knew that. So we're both covering the same base? Will that make things unnecessarily confusing?
You're like a duo. It's a good thing. Yeah, we should negotiate who does what in different situations.
All right, fine.
How about you cover second when there's a runner on first? And field the ground balls close to us. And also take care of the fly balls.
You're just trying to get out of doing as much work as possible. The game kicks off, and to her relief, Min quickly strikes out the first batter.
Good, just do that 2 more dimes and we get to bat.
Hayden digs into the batter's box next. Min throws a floater that curves up toward his head for a moment before dropping back toward the strike zone.
Ah!
Instead of swinging, Hayden flinches backward out of the way.
Strike!
What is with you?
Nothing, I'm just making sure I don't get hit in the mouth. I had a dream last night that my teeth were falling out.
That's what you wasted your dream on?
It's not like I can control what I dream about.
Min hurls another pitch his way, but instead of dancing like usual, it pretty much just sails straight down the middle.
Ugh!
Hayden manages to make contact and drives the ball into the grass. Bounces into the air, and for only a singularly terrifying moment, Noelle sees it coming straight at her. Oh god, I hate ground balls. Noelle covers her face with one arm and half-heartedly attempts to catch the ball with the other. She braces for impact, but nothing hits her. On the mound, Min managed to intercept the ball by catching it behind her back without looking at it. That Dia expression just says everything that we need to know. Whoa! Even Min herself looks shocked that she caught it.
Just because it's cool doesn't mean he's out. Throw it to first.
Min hastily lobs the ball to Liz. It just barely beats Hayden to first base.
Out! Oh, man.
That was close. As Hayden heads back to the dugout in defeat, there's a distant shout.
Who's gonna be this guy?
Yo, sorry I'm late.
Hell yeah!
Some guy is sprinting down the hill to the killer whales at top speed. Sorry.
Subhan, where were you?
The killer whale player sighs despondently as he joins his teammates. I was driving over when all of a sudden a spider crawled up my leg. So I obviously crashed the car.
Obviously. Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just knocked a street sign over, that's all. Isn't that a crime?
How big was the spider?
Oh, like this big. He pinches his thumb and index finger together to demonstrate.
So small.
But it was all hairy, so practically speaking, it was equivalent to a spider twice as big.
Even if it was twice as big, isn't crashing kinda an overreaction?
No?
Whatever, just get up to bat already. It's your turn.
This guy seems like a coward. Wonder what makes him their secret weapon. Subhan digs in behind home plate. He's standing on the other side of the plate. He must be left-handed. Min hurls her next pitch, and the batter shifts into a bunting stance at the last second. He's not even going to try to hit it. He starts to run towards first base at the ball, glances off his bat, sending the ball bouncing toward Liz. She's forced to rush over to field it, leaving first base unmanned.
I got it.
By the time she scooped the ball up, Subhan is well on his way to first base. He's fast.
Frenchman.
Oh no, I need to cover first base since Liz isn't there. Noelle belatedly runs toward the base so Liz can throw the ball to her, but Subhan beats her there. The killer whales cheer as Subhan overruns the base.
Yeah, Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero? That's me. They call me Sub-Zero because I am so cool.
No fair. I want a badass nickname too.
Oh please, like what?
Like Sub-Zero?
You're just going to copy him? Sayida shakes her head as Sub-Zero basks under his teammates' praise. Who the hell wants to get on base?
I mean, if you're fast, it's doable. Lefties have a huge advantage when bunting, too, because they're already 2 steps ahead of where righty batters are when they lay down the bunt. That's so cheap. Well, that's the essence of baseball, no? Cheating and being cheap. I thought the essence of baseball was friendship and teamwork. Oh, yes, that too.
Junsa is up to bat next. He swings at the pitch. The knuckleball suddenly swerves outward as if sensing the bat, dodging it entirely. Dia misses the ball by a mile, too. She rips her off her mask and chases after it. Ho-ho! Sub-Zero takes off running towards second base. He's taking the chance to steal. I need to tag him out. Dia secures the ball and throws it to Akarsha.
Got it!
Never mind, looks like Akarsha's supposed to cover second base here. Sub-Zero skids to a halt halfway between the bases. Oh no! Because it was his choice to run, we need to actually tag him with the ball. Akarsha charges towards him, and Sub-Zero turns around and flees back towards first base.
Throw it to me!
Ha! Akarsha lobs the ball over and Liz tags him out. No! Sub-Zero.
Nice one, Akarsha. Akarsha? Who's that?
You?
I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Sub-Zero.
No, it's not. The team switch sides. As Noelle crosses the field, she's stuck with a peculiar awareness of where she is. Barely a day ago, I was on the opposite side of the planet. I was in Taiwan where the garbage trucks sing Beethoven's Fur Elise while collecting the trash. And now here I am playing baseball while wearing a little cap, sweating and running on grass. Why am I here? It's a mistake that I'm here.
Hello, Earth to Frenchmen?
What?
You didn't hear a thing I said, huh?
My apologies, what is it?
I said, it's hot as balls out here.
Not this again.
So, what were you so lost in thought about?
Nothing really. Just strange knowing I could have led a completely different life if my parents had stayed in Taiwan. Would have been someone who was so close to her family, someone who wasn't ignorant of her own culture. Maybe I would have been a better person.
Aw, I like you the way you are, though. And if your parents didn't move, we would never have met.
Of course, because obviously that makes up for everything. Akarsha grins and the inside of Noelle's palm prickles. This is so peculiar. Is this what extreme anger feels like? But now I'm only pretending to be annoyed for comedic effect. The sensation is so unbearable she wants to scratch at it until it goes away.
I mean, you went there on vacation. You're probably looking at it through rose-colored glasses. They probably have tons of struggles over there that you're clueless about.
Even so, the standard of living there is on an entirely different level. It's backed up by actual statistics, not just my personal opinions.
I don't know, man. It's not good to wallow too long in self-pity. Or else you'll get lost in the sauce.
The sauce? What sauce?
It's a metaphor for being out of touch with reality. But I like to imagine barbecue sauce.
The rest of the Death Bagels cheer as Dia bats Krissa in. Oh, they're not just walking Dia like last game? I told June I'd shave his hair off in his sleep if he did that again, because it's not fun for Dia.
Who's up next?
Dia's so happy she gets to just hit the ball.
Yay! Wait. Does that mean that Dia is... Didn't we see a video about everybody walking in Barry Bonds? Because they were too afraid to let him hit it?
Yep.
Dia is Barry Bonds now?
Confirmed.
Me. Time to unveil my special technique. Wait, she better not be trying that getting hit on purpose thing again.
Oblivious, Junso throws a fastball to Akarsha. Akarsha leans into the bench, causing the balls to bounce off her elbow guard.
Free walk to first base. Huh? You can't do that on purpose.
The guy on the Niles team who's serving as their umpire pages through his rule book, lost.
Does it say that in the rules?
Actually, it's not relevant whether Akarsha caused the ball to hit her or not. Per Rule 2, Section 40 of the NFHS rulebook, there's no distinction between the act of touching or being touched.
Seriously? Thank you, baseball lawyer. Mwah.
Actually, just last summer, Rule 734 was added, stating that the batter shall not permit a pitched ball to touch him. But it's not really my job to remind them to update their rulebook.
But still, that's not fair. You may not like it, but this is what peak baseball looks like. Even the Major League Baseball logo is a guy getting hit by the pitch. Ooh, what are you talking about? It's just a guy swinging at the ball. No, really picture it. The ball is too high up, and look how close to him it is. It's too late. There's no way he's going to be able to hit it in time. It's a guy who's about to get beamed. No way.
She's right. It really is a guy about to get hit.
I rest my case.
Akarsha jogs to first base victorious. All right, I'm up next. There's already 2 outs. I better not strike out. On the bright side, Dia and Akarsha are both on base. If I can somehow hit this, we'd end this inning with a massive lead. Noelle swiftly strikes out, missing by a mile with each swing. Drat, I blew it.
There. Did you try? Yes. But did you fail? Also yes. Wait, I think I said those in the wrong order.
Forget the order. Why mention me failing at all? The team switch sides. As Noelle trots to second base, she crosses paths with Dia on her way to the catcher's box. Dia, do you have any tips for hitting the ball? Dia considers it for a moment.
It's easier to hit the top of the ball than the bottom. Bad for hitting home runs, but you'll strike out less.
Dia, at this point, I'd be thrilled to hit any of the ball. Think I could differentiate between the top and bottom halves? Dia appears not to have heard Noelle's response and has walked away. Thanks, I guess. The killer whales cheer as a batter hits a grand slam off of one of Min's pitches.
Ho-ho, we are tied now. Eat shit and die.
Min strikes the next 2 batters out in quick succession, but the third gets a solid hit. Maybe I can catch this. Noelle leaps for the ball, but it flies over her head and bounces into center field.
Got it.
Krista fields the ball and tosses it back to Noelle. I need to throw this to first base. Noelle throws the ball with all her might. It plops almost straight into the ground and begins rolling away. Liz leaves first base to grab the ball. By this point, the runner is approaching second. It's another pickle. Liz and Akarsha need to box him in again.
Akarsha. Who?
She's not cooperating because she wants to be called Sub-Zero.
Call her Sub-Zero. Call her Sub-Zero. Do it.
Sub-Zero.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Akarsha catches the ball. Liz throws to her, quickly tags Junsa out.
No. Another win for Sub-Zero.
You are disgusting. Thanks to Noelle's noble sacrifice, the Death Bagels maintain their deadlock with the killer whales for the next few innings. It's the bottom of the last inning. We just need one more run to cinch our victory. Unfortunately, Saida and Krissa rack up 2 outs right off the bat. Komenda sorry, Dia-sama. You're our only hope. After letting 2 balls go, Dia swings at a fastball. She drives the ball into right field, and everyone holds on to their breath as it rockets toward the fence. Smashes into the middle of the fence, just a couple of feet too low to clear it.
Too bad it wasn't a home run.
Too bad I'm about to beat the shit out of you.
Kidding. Dia did great.
Still gonna beat the shit out of you, though. Dia sprints around the diamond and slides into second base, just barely beating the throw.
Safe.
Akarsha cracks her knuckles as she gets up from the bench.
Time to use my special technique. Wait, are you going to get yourself hit by the pitch again? Yeah. Back when I was in Little League, I saw a batter get beamed in the face. Krissa, do you remember? He was on your team. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, that was so scary. He collapsed and was just lying motionless on the ground for a while. He looked like he was dead. Poor kid had to be carried off in a stretcher. I think it knocked out one of his teeth, right? Yep. Actually, maybe he even died for real later.
Maybe?
Anyway, you trying to get hit on purpose just reminded me of that. Oh, okay.
This must be a new scare tactic they're trying.
Plus, this is our only real chance to bring Dia home. We have 2 outs, and Noelle will probably strike out at her at-bat. No offense, Noelle.
None taken.
So getting walked here would just delay the inevitable. You should try to create an opportunity for Dia to run. So I gotta actually hit the ball? Aw, man. No pressure if you can't manage it, but do your best. Say no more. I'm going serious mode.
As Akarsha walks up to the plate, she tosses her bat in the air, spins around, and tries to catch it behind her back. She doesn't spin around fast enough, so the bat just clatters to the ground. Akarsha picks the bat back up and points it at Junsa.
Your pants can't wait for my pee. What is that even supposed to mean? She's trying to confuse you. Don't let it get to you.
Disturbed, Junsa quickly pitches to Akarsha. Akarsha whiffs it for a strike.
Whoopsie.
We're all gonna be haunted by that pea comment now, and it didn't even work?
The team holds their collective breath as Junsa lets his next pitch fly. Akarsha smacks it into foul territory. Strike 2.
If you waste Dia's double, I'll hit you.
Krista taps the signage she had Liz taped to the dugout's fence.
No hitting allowed.
But then what's Akarsha supposed to do with the plate, huh?
Then I'll scream really loudly in your ear, so it destroys your eardrum.
Liz taps the second side of the tape to the fence.
No screaming allowed either.
God damn it. Who keeps putting these here? Who could those be for?
Junsa winds up again. In the meantime, Akarsha has gone suspiciously quiet. Akarsha leans in so she gets hit by the pitch again.
Not again.
God, great going. You just lost us the game.
Yeah.
Akarsha races towards first base like her life depends on it.
Guys, why is she running?
Tag her if she tries to steal second.
Hayden quickly throws the ball to Saban, the first baseman. Akarsha hastily stops in her tracks.
Uh-oh.
Come back here.
Akarsha turns and scrambles back the way she came with Saban at her heels. What is she doing? There's no benefit to her retreating all the way back home. As Akarsha nears home, Saban hurls the ball back to Hayden, who lunges forward to tag her.
They've panicked and forgotten the basic rules of baseball. All they have to do is tag first base for a force out.
Can they do that? She was hit by the pitch. She's entitled to first base.
Good point. Guys, don't forget Dia's running too. Huh?
Dia slides home in the confusion.
Yeah!
Min runs over to home base and starts furiously kissing Dia as Hayden chases Akarsha back toward first.
Get off the playing field. The game's not over yet.
You can't just stop the game to make out with your girlfriend.
Little known fact, that is in the baseball rules. You can.
It's not? I thought we won.
The run won't count if Akarsha is the third out before making it to first base. If they even can tag her out, I don't know anymore.
She's trying to weasel past Saban. Akarsha trips on her own shoelaces and collides with him.
Ah,
Akarsha bangs her head on Saban's knee on her way down.
Oh my god!
Akarsha! Without thinking, she runs over to where Akarsha's lying motionless on the ground. Akarsha, are you all right? Akarsha doesn't respond. Coming from Akarsha, the silence is 1,000 times scarier than if she'd been screaming. Please be all right. Her voice comes out all choked and funny, and Noelle realizes with horror that she's crying. The world would be an awful place without you.
ow.
Dazed, Akarsha slowly begins to sit up. Noelle is so relieved that she tearfully pulls Akarsha into a hug for a moment before a mixture of other emotions catch up with her. Wait, what am I doing? Her heart pounding, Noelle hastily shoves Akarsha away, sending her crashing back to the ground.
What?
You absolute arse! You scared me! Don't ever do that again! Noelle frantically wipes her tears away as Akarsha wobbles back to her feet. Soon the others have gathered around her in concern.
You okay? Yeah, just woozy. What year is it? 1834? Just kidding, 2009.
How can you be cracking jokes right now?
Can you tell me what happened? I got myself into a pickle, tripped, and ate shit. Okay, good. Ask her if she feels nauseous. Do you feel nauseous? No.
As they run through a series of tests for concussion, Chris and Liz relax a bit.
You seem fine. It's good that you can remember what happened and walk. It looked like you lost consciousness for a second there, though. I wasn't knocked out. I was thinking the whole time.
Huh?
I was just stunned because it really hurt.
So you remember what I said to you?
Yeah, that I'm an arse.
What about before that?
Before that, everyone was screaming that I fell. It was so chaotic, it all kind of blurred together.
What a relief. Would have been mortifying if she'd heard me falling to pieces over her.
We should still get you checked out by an adult.
Aren't you and Liz technically adults now?
You know what I mean, real adults, like the school nurse. Does that mean the game's over? Yeah, sorry, we'll have to rematch you guys some other time.
Wait, so did we win? Did Dia's run count?
Unfortunately, no. My understanding is that Akarsha ultimately violated Section 4 of Rule 8. She made a travesty of the game.
A travesty? That's such a dramatic way to put it. I love it.
I'm sorry, you can hit my head super hard too as payback. Like with the bat or something.
Why? It wouldn't help at all.
I'll do it.
No one's hitting anybody in the head with the bat. Noelle, could you escort Akarsha to the nurse's office?
All right, fine. Noelle and Akarsha trudge back up the hill toward the school. Suddenly, Akarsha touches her own cheek, confused.
Why is my face wet?
What?
There's something wet on my cheek, like water.
It's from when I was crying over her. Must have been someone else's spit that fell on you.
Huh? Ew. Man, if only I hadn't tripped, I totally would have saved the day. You should thank me for trying to save you from making us lose.
Now that she mentions it, I do feel a bit bad that she got hurt trying to help me. Actually, I'm a bit impressed you wrangled such an improbable outcome out of a walk. I truly marvel at your creativity sometimes.
Huh? Who are you and what did you do with Noelle?
Contrary to common belief, I am in fact capable of being nice.
I know, but you usually look like you're passing a really hard poo while you're doing it.
Akarsha grabs Noelle's hand and vigorously shakes it up and down.
Congratulations, you've learned basic human decency. You should try it more often.
To Noelle's dismay, she feels a strange, almost electric undercurrent of something running between their palms. Why am I so sensitive to her touch all of a sudden? It didn't used to be like this. Noelle thrashes her hand free and seizes Akarsha's wrist.
Ah,
Could it be that I'm still excited from the game? Probably still some adrenaline in my system.
let me go. War crime, war crime!
It's not a war crime to grab someone's arm! Oh, the humanity. To be captivated by a court jester, a circus clown juggling 5 bowling pins. Oh, they'll figure it out. Eventually. Dia blearily looks up from her textbook as Akarsha takes her usual seat in front of Noelle.
How's your head? Oh, I'm all good now. The nurse just told me to rest up for a few days. My parents made me see a doctor over the weekend too, and he said the same thing.
That's good to hear.
I wish I could have used this as an excuse to get out of the bio test today, though.
At least we have the Multicultural week assembly in 3rd period. Can use it as extra time to cram.
I want to watch at least some of it, though. I heard there was going to be a K-pop part.
Noelle's heart does a nervous little stutter as Akarsha turns all the way around in her seat to face her.
Do you remember the poster that was in the nurse's office?
No, what poster?
It said if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. That doesn't sound right.
Why would that be the case, Swelling? Did you ever do this to anyone when you were in high school?
No.
Oh, this was the hot shit for a couple months. Let me tell you. Just to check, Noelle puts her hand over her face to compare their sizes. Akarsha slaps Noelle's hand, so Noelle smacks herself in the face. Akarsha! Akarsha bolts, Noelle chases after her. The bell rings. This concludes Noelle and Akarsha's daily morning scream. Once they're back in their seats, Noelle glowers at the back of Akarsha's head. I can't keep my eyes off of her. Must be my body's natural defense mechanism in response to threats. If I hold her hand, it'll prevent her from doing the "why are you hitting yourself" move. And if I embrace her, she'll be completely immobilized. Yes, there are perfectly reasonable explanations for all of these strange urges I am feeling. It's just science, bro.
Yeah. Self-defense techniques. If I embrace her, she'll be completely immobilized.
Perfect. Big.
Oh.
In 3rd period, Noelle's teacher leads the class to the gym to watch the multicultural assembly. Most of her classmates have their heads buried in their biology textbooks as they walk, desperately cramming for the impeding test.
Pistil.
The ovule producing part of the flower. Next.
Xylem. Plant tissue that moves water and stuff around. Next. What stuff? Like stuff. You know, stuff.
You know, Akarsha, I've never actually seen you study for something in earnest before.
Yeah, well, I decided to actually try normally for once. I think I have too many lies and weird plots going on at the same time, and it's tiring me out.
You fool. You nuisance. You liar. I want to know everything about you. I want you to tell me every thought that's ever crossed your mind.
Sepal. The outer part of the flower, the green leafy part.
Why am I so infatuated with her? Can't possibly be that I fancy her. No, surely not. I may have grown used to the concept of Dia dating men, but I have no intention of being in a relationship like that myself. Even now that I'm aware it's possible for 2 women to, copulate, that changes nothing. Homosexuals can't even legally get married anymore. Seems unwise to pursue a lifestyle reliant on the mercy of government as unreliable as our own. Akarsha gives her an odd look.
Why are you glaring at me?
Oh, is that how my face looked?
I haven't even done anything yet.
Yet? Ow! Noelle walks straight into someone in the class walking ahead of them.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's you guys.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I posted the first chapter of my webcomic.
I saw. Every page is like 4 comments. Is that good? I have no idea how to gauge webcomic success.
Esther, you're like a celebrity now. Oh, I want to see.
Here, scan all these comic pages for my sketchbook.
She holds her sketchbook out so Noelle, Dia, and Akarsha can read it as they walk. That's not scientifically accurate, but at least it's easier to follow than that accursed English video we made.
Hey, Were you really in high school if you didn't act in a completely incomprehensible movie with your friends? Is that Noelle?
Huh? Where? Dia points at a panel showing a character crumpled on the ground. Wait a minute, is this traced from a photo of me?
Yeah, but don't worry, I made sure to tweak some things. Personality's completely different from yours. I changed her hair color to white.
Why white? Is she old?
No, it's because she's albino. Has red eyes too.
Okay, but if other people still realize it's based on my likeness?
Looks like someone already did.
Sure enough, Min has left a comment on the page where the albino Noelle is getting her ass kicked. Got a Halo? Lamau, get wrecked, nerd.
That's the price of knowing an artiste.
Min would pride themselves on being very good at Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, next time I'll ask for permission first.
Esther, you're coming to Fanime with us, right?
Yeah, I begged my parents to let me go.
We should cosplay as your characters to help promote the comic.
What? No! The anatomy's so bad I made a bunch of mistakes on everyone's outfits.
You're famous, and you're still saying that BS. You created this with your bare hands, so what if it's not perfect? You're God.
Okay, whatever, do what you want, but I'm wearing normal clothes.
You're seriously gonna be too cool for anime while attending an anime convention. It's not like you can wander in by accident.
I call dibs on Stella Luna.
Then I get Kagami Izuna.
Wait, Stella Luna? Isn't that a kid's book? About a bat?
Yeah, I feel like that's totally the name of the thing. Wait, I wanted to be Kagami Izuna.
Noelle hangs back with Dia as the others argue, trying to process a confusing tangle of feelings about not being the center of Akarsha's attention. She watches Akarsha's ridiculous gait as she walks, the one that apparently marks her as an American in India. Question, do you ever feel that love is a choice? Like, could you potentially fall in love with someone? You're not in love with them, but you wanted to feel that way, you could. But if you ignored it, it'll pass eventually.
Isn't that just regular love?
No, I'm not talking about regular love like what you and Min experience. There's no preventing that. The two of you were drawn together with the force of a freight train. It isn't like that. It's more comparable to someone reaching a fork in the road. Because I can obviously control my emotions, and especially ones that aren't useful to me. I'm not a wild animal.
Even if you could control your emotions, why don't you think they're useful?
Because they would derail my entire life. There's insufficient evidence to suggest that the subject in question would reciprocate my feelings. So perhaps this is putting the cart before the horse. But in the unlikely event that things actually did work out between us, it would be extremely inconvenient for my plans.
What plans?
You know, just the default ones. Essentially to secure a respectable job, marry a similarly successful man, and spawn 2 well-behaved children in the suburbs before I'm 30. Be throwing away my prospects at leading a normal life just for the pleasure of being tormented by a silly little clown every day. Dia understanding face.
Yeah.
Dia gives her an odd look. She looks like she's struggling to piece together a very complicated puzzle. What?
Nothing. If the person doesn't fit your goal, shouldn't you update the goal?
I can't. It's the only outcome my parents see as acceptable. If I don't adhere to it, they'll badger me day and night. They'll never let me hear the end of it.
Don't they already do that anyway?
Oh, yeah, they do. You're right, no matter what I do, they'll always find some new issue to latch onto. Why am I so desperate for the approval of 2 people whose opinions I don't even respect? I wish I could rewire my brain to only crave approval from people I hold in high esteem.
Like me.
You would be included, yes.
Then I'd want you to adopt 1,000 dogs and start exercising.
1,000?
But you can read some books too, as a treat.
Your manner of discussing this makes me sound like your pet hamster. The as a treat joke is definitely anachronistic, but we'll allow it.
Oh, yeah.
Noelle follows her class into the rafters.
Yo, Dia, over here.
Min worms her way over to them through the crowd.
Escape from my class.
Escaped? Are they gonna come looking for you?
Nah, I lost him.
You better have. I'd rather not get caught by harboring a fugitive.
Did it hurt when you were born with that huge stick up your ass?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
The hell is this anyway?
Multicultural week.
Yeah, none of the other schools I went to did this.
At lunch, there's samosas and cold stone cupcakes.
What, for free?
No, you buy them. All the clubs sell something to fundraise. I heard there's also musubis.
What's the baseball club selling?
Curry pizza, I think. Karsha takes a seat at the end of the row and against the wall. Min begins to sit down next to her. Suddenly, Dia grabs Min by the shoulders, turns her around to face her, and kisses her full on the mouth.
What?
What brought this on?
Hot damn, get a room.
Baffled, Noelle squeezes past them and sits in the spot Min was about to take next to Akarsha.
What was that for?
Not that I'm complaining. Dia whispers something into Min's ear that Noelle can't catch.
What? Doesn't make sense. Are you sure?
Maybe half.
Tinikling is one of the most popular folk dances in the Philippines. This dance originated on an island in the central Philippines. Noelle and Akarsha continued to cram as their fellow students showcase a variety of cultural performances. Dia lets out a huge yawn and rests her head on Min's shoulder.
You tired?
Stayed up late studying.
I'll wake you up if anything cool happens.
Man, I wish I stayed up late cramming too. I'm so dead.
We have the entire assembly to study. If you want to live, stop whining and start reviewing.
Yes, ma'am. What part of the flower will turn into a fruit?
That's the ovary, right?
Yeah.
The ovary.
Ding, ding, ding.
You didn't by any chance ask that question just to make me say ovary, did you?
No way. How immature do you think I am?
Last period, you asked me to guess what number you were thinking of, and it was 69.
Well, you're the immature one for guessing it right.
How am I the immature one? I guess it because I knew you were always like this.
Shut the fuck up, Dia's sleeping.
Not anymore, she isn't.
The Tinikling dancers bow and run off the stage. Now that they've reached a lonely conversation, Noelle is hyper aware of the way the sight of Akarsha's thighs pressed up against hers. Why did I have to meet you? Why do you have to be so funny and make me so happy? You've ruined everything. Next up is Chinese dance. Chinese dance has thousands of years of history. A troupe of student dancers wave colorful fans to an idyllic-sounding Chinese song.
Do you know what the song's about?
I wish I could tell you. I haven't the faintest idea. When I was younger, I was so eager to cast the Chinese part of me aside because it was difficult. And now I regret it.
Hey, no judgment. I'm whitewashed too.
Ever bother you that you can't speak any Indian languages?
Maybe a little. It would be cool to know.
That's all? You don't feel guilty about being uncultured?
Excuse you? I'm plenty cultured. Today I'm gonna eat curry pizza, destroy the sport of baseball, and even enjoy the company of a Frenchman.
You know what I mean. It's not the traditional culture your ancestors experienced.
Is that such a bad thing? It's different, but it's pretty cool in its own way, too. And if I really want, I can always pick up Hindi or something someday.
We've already missed the window of time when children pick up languages most readily.
Don't plenty of people learn languages later in life, though? I feel like Dia and Min have learned a lot just from teaching each other.
That may be possible, but it's not optimal.
Dude, whose life is optimal? You're not a robot. Just take what you can get and be happy.
Easier said than done, but duly noted.
Speaking of robots, did you try playing Portal?
I did.
What did you think?
It made me motion sick. I kept having to pause because I was on the verge of throwing up.
Oops, sorry.
But I did enjoy the witty dialogue and the song at the end.
So you still played all of it?
Yeah.
Even though it almost made you hurl?
What choice did I have? You told me to play it.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's what friends do. Isn't GLaDOS so hot?
The sadistic artificial intelligence who's trying to kill you.
That's the whole appeal. She's scary in a seductive way. Like her voice gets all low and sexy when she's insulting you.
No one introduced these people to Umineko no Naku Koro ni. Did you hit your head again? Something's definitely not right in there. K-pop as we know it would not exist without the...
Woo!
The K-pop dance troupe's introduction is completely drowned out by a chorus of high-pitched screams.
Aw, that's cute.
I'm not sure I would characterize those banshee-like screams as cute.
No, not them. Next to you.
Noelle turns to see Dia sound asleep in Min's arms, Min gazing at her like she's an angel that just fell down from heaven. It makes Noelle's skin crawl, so she looks away quickly. They're so disgustingly in love I can barely bear to look at them.
Right? It's like staring directly at the sun. All obvious. Sometimes I kind of wish that were more my style.
Do you really? It's not exactly my style either.
Yeah, I guess not.
Noelle carefully maintains a mildly disgusted expression as she watches Akarsha read, just in case she's caught staring. If I cast this part of myself aside because it's difficult to, will I come to regret it later?
Hey, do you remember that time my brother hijacked my computer and typed all this crazy stuff to you?
What?
It was a few months ago, after school, remember?
Oh, I had forgotten about that. It was odd. Yeah, I remember now. Why?
I lied. That wasn't my brother. That was me.
Okay. Akarsha goes back to reading her biology textbook, though her legs now jittering up and down. I feel like I was just told a joke whose punchline flew straight over my head. Why would it matter that it was her, not her brother? What exactly did she say? As she racks her brain, a dozen costume seniors take the floor. Thank you, K-pop. Up next, we have Senior Bhangra. Bhangra was originally a folk dance for the farmers in Punjab.
Yo, there's Chris and Liz. Yo, wake up.
Seniors, come on down. It's okay if you don't know the moves. Follow our lead.
How's it okay if people don't know the moves?
I guess they all try to copy the group that's learned the dance.
Don't they look hopelessly unsynchronized, though? I can't possibly dance in the proper unison on the fly.
Why don't we see for ourselves? Let's dance.
Akarsha stands, yanking Noelle up with her by the arm. What? We're not seniors.
Come on, no one's gonna notice. I can't focus anyway.
Noelle balks as her friends weave their way into the crowd of amateur dancers. I don't dance.
Come on, you don't need to be good at something to do it.
They all try to copy the others, clapping and raising their arms in a beat late each time.
This looks like shit.
Oh, balls. This is harder than I thought.
I told you, we look like fools.
That's okay, so does everyone else.
Already out of breath, Noelle looks around at the chaotic blur of Asian nerds, flailing their limbs around them. It's true, this must be a group of some of the worst dancers in the world. With renewed confidence, Noelle spins in what turns out to be the completely wrong direction. Dia rears back to avoid crashing into her. To Noelle's surprise, Dia belatedly bumps into her, sending her flying into Akarsha. That almost seemed deliberate.
What?
Pardon. Akarsha tries to pull back, only for Ben to smack the back of her head in retaliation.
Ow, what was that for?
This air is mine.
Huh?
Noelle grabs Akarsha's hand for balance as they collide again.
Isn't this fun?
This is a hellhole.
This is paradise.
Aw, new splash screen! Akarsha laces their fingers together and Noelle can feel it. A hairline crack racing through something foundational within her. It's an utterly terrifying yet exhilarating sensation, but she doesn't let go. I have feelings for you. She whispers it as an experiment so that it's impossible to hear over the roar of the crowd and the music. But it feels like a small, daring victory, the first step on the moon. Like a butterfly breaking out of its chrysalis, all soft, naive, and crinkled. Maybe with 2 left feet and a few days late to the party, but alive, so alive, trying to process the blinding, beautiful, wild world she's broken her way into.
What'd you say?
Akarsha twirls her, and Noelle gives up on suppressing the giddy smile on her face. Nothing. Maybe I'll tell you later.
Be that way. Burger King. That's not even the slogan.
They dance and dance, all stupid and struggling and happy.
There's so much pain and misery in this school. It's twisted us all into strange and flawed shapes like butterflies born in a full spring.
But it's the circumstances that gave us you and me, right here, right now.
Kant once wrote, out of the crooked timber of humanity, no straight thing was ever made.
Got him!
And how we long to be straight, forgetting there's beauty in the crooked things, too. I don't think that's what he meant originally, but yeah, got him.
We'll never live the lives our parents wanted us to lead, and that's okay. Because we'll forge something brave and new instead.
It won't be the same. It'll be ours. And I won't ever let that go.
Game gonna make me fucking cry.
What a fucking great game! What a great game! Oh, sweet! We get a oh, this is great! Aww! What a great way to do that! Oh, this is wonderful. Created by Brianna Lay. Beta readers, NPC KC, Layla Lee, Zaid Ziadun, Colin, Shinji Zone, and I do not recognize the last name. I do recognize some of them, though. Sensitivity reading by Aisha Monet. Additional writing inspiration from Taxion, Taisi, and Shinji Zone. What a wonderful, wonderful game this is.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we played this.
I think I figured out which song was the metal track.
Did you? How did you figure? All right, we'll go on. Recorded by candlelight.
Hell yeah.
That was still amazing, amazing moment. Ah,
What a good fucking game.
what a great fucking game. I gotta say, I didn't have the best high school experience, but stuff like this really brings back some of the things that I do cherish. Credits performance by the MSJS JHS class of 2016. Well, there we go. Special thanks, Colin. Yeah, Colin, your things
Thanks,
is special.
Colin.
Opposite.
Opposite of special things, confetti.
Oh man, I aspire to be that in a game credit someday. You didn't help us make this. You were actively antagonistic, but so antagonistic that we had to mention you. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making such a wonderful game. Holy shit. I'm so glad. Oh,
The future?
the future?
Holy shit. Well, were they open?
What do you think? It's 1 a.m. Of course Home Depot wasn't open.
There's gotta be somewhere else you can buy bolt
What the
cutters.
fuck do they need bolt cutters for at 1 a.m.? At this hour, I am not optimistic.
Guess I'll die then. How else are we gonna get them off?
I'm afraid we need to go to the fire station for help. Stop laughing. This isn't funny.
This isn't funny. We're going to the fire station with me half naked and handcuffed, and it's not funny.
You really can't get more dressed than that.
I mean, my arms can't go through the sleeves.
Hold still. Go. I give up. Good enough.
Good enough. If only I had a humiliation kink, this would have been perfect. Doesn't Min have a katana?
They do?
Or at least some kind of sword. Maybe we could use it to slice the handcuffs off.
What, you want a surprise amputation tonight? No.
And you're sure the key didn't fall behind the dresser?
I looked everywhere. It is gone. I'm convinced that in these scenarios, small objects stop obeying the laws of physics.
This never happened any of the times I handcuffed you.
That, my dear, is called luck.
Whatever you say, Skunky.
Stop calling me that!
Fine, Skunko Pop, D Gray Man.
And don't brainstorm horrid new nicknames for me.
But you're basically begging for it with your hair like that.
It's not as if I grew gray hairs on purpose.
Then how come I don't have any?
You are intolerable, you know that? Noelle seizes the front of Akarsha's shirt and yanks her forward, crushing their lips together. Akarsha makes a small noise of surprise, then grins as she deepens the kiss, coaxing her lips open so her tongue can slide inside. The start of the night, she tasted like watermelon lip gloss, but that's long been kissed and smeared away into oblivion. Noelle can't help but think, why bother? When will you learn? I'll always kiss through every layer of crap you put between us till it's just you and me. When they part, their breaths ragged. Neither of them could come up with anything witty to say. I love you.
I love you more.
That's impossible.
No, it's not. I love you times infinity. There, I win.
You can't multiply infinity. Infinity is a concept, not a number. So is love, for that matter.
Well, too bad. I did it. Love you times infinity.
Noelle sighs, but she doesn't bother hiding the half-smile tugging at her mouth. If you're gonna speak nonsense, then I love you times infinity plus 1. Now get in the car. I have work tomorrow morning. Akarsha tries to respond as Noelle opens the door for her, but she's laughing so hard it takes her several attempts to get it out.
The firefighters, they're gonna look outside and see Prius driver dressed like Frog and Toad, and me.
What is wrong with driving a Prius? Just get inside already. I love you times infinity minus 1. Love you times infinity minus 2.
Okay, how mean. What a good game.
Did you catch the part where Minsha is now they?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah! Oh, what a delightful game! What a delightful game!
I'm so happy there was a Butterfly Soup 2, and I'm so happy Butterfly Soup 2 was this, and I'm so happy we played it. Oh, what a fucking great
Nothing but uncritical support here for Butterfly Soup 2.
Yes, game of the year, all year, every year.
The future scene of those two. Of course not. It looked like Frog and Toad and driving a Prius. It's just so on brand.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed it.
Go buy Butterfly Soup and play it.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, go do it. These games, I think this game was pay what you want when I bought it, which is like ridiculous. Go get this game, play it, and then give the author a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because like, holy crap, this is wonderful. Butterfly Soup 1 was kind of perfect in itself, and I feel like this was a good little add-on.
Oh yeah.
I've got nothing but love for this series. Thank you so much for watching.
And thank you to everyone who bullied us into playing it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but holy shit.
Everyone kept telling us we had to do it, and you were right. Peer pressure works. Sometimes.
Please don't encourage them to keep bullying me in the comments section. We were going to play it anyway. It just took a non-zero amount of time to fit into our schedule. God. See, now the ending is me complaining. I wasn't going to complain about it.
You didn't have to.
You started it.
I didn't complain.
Ah!
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.